So let's see what we can learn from this fun practice point between Shapovalov and Bautista Agut. All right, so let's watch this point in its entirety, and then we'll diagram it. So this is a really fun point. So they get into this cross-court battle back and forth. And you can see the stance that they're using, by the way. They're using what's called a mogul stance. So here you can see Dennis is in an open stance, but watch how he stays in that stance and just hops. So it's like he's moguling like a skier. And you got Bautista Agut doing the same thing. He's in an open stance. And there he is moguling, and he keeps his feet apart and he just hops, which keeps his lower body moving under his upper body. So he stays on balance. He crushes it cross court. Now right here, Dennis decides to go down the line, which isn't really in your best interest unless you're going to really hurt your opponent, because Bautista Agut could easily hit this ball into the open court and really hurt Dennis. But maybe he's just being friendly and he decides to actually try hitting behind Dennis. Now Dennis slams on the break. Look at that slide right there. Really impressive. And then right here, Dennis hits a shot. I can't believe how much spin he puts on this ball. Really short angled off the court. Just amazing. And now Bautista Agut is hitting from outside the doubles line, and he hits a slice backhand. Really cool, by the way. See how his slice came back up? So look how the racket is around head level, goes down to the ball, and look how he comes back up, and now the racket's back at head level again. When you hit a slice, you don't want to just go down. The slice has to go down and then up. It's like a smiley, for a smiley face. So he hits the ball a little bit short, and then Dennis comes in for the drop shot. Now, this is a really cool thing, and this is kind of the crux of what I wanted to teach you in this video, is when your opponent, whether they hit the net and like it's a let cord and the ball lands short, or your opponent hits a drop shot, when you're running forward to get a ball and you're going to go for a pass, I want you to hit the vast majority of these shots down the line. And the reason is because most of your opponents will be standing in the middle. Now, I'm only saying that because, if you're watching this video, you are an amateur recreational club player. Dennis Shapovalov will never watch this video. But the idea is most of your opponents, when you're running forward, are going to be very much in the middle of the court or back here. So the down the line is actually wide open in this scenario. Because your opponent will most likely be in the middle, if you go for the cross court, you'll actually hit it right to them and they'll volley into the open court. So when you're running forward, it's actually best to go for the down the line because it's generally wide open. All right, so let's watch this point one more time. Now, I hope you are loving these strategy videos because you can't just work on your technique and your footwork. You got to know where to hit the ball, where to stand in order to maximize your advantage over your opponents. And it's actually why I want you to pick up a copy of the Singles Playbook by Fuzzy Yellow Balls. It's over 50 pages of strategies you can use, and it's all broken down by opponent, right? So you don't play the same people every time. They don't have the same playing style. So it's all broken down by the type of opponent you're going to play against. The pusher, counter puncher, aggressive baseliner, serve and volleyer, Dr. Feelgood, people who put a lot of spin on the ball, all court players like Roger Federer, and a southpaw, lefties. If you have an opponent who you're struggling against, they're going to fall into one of those categories. And each strategy, by the way, it comes with a QR code. Swiss watch. Roger Federer uses this one all the time. This strategy comes with a QR code. You just take your phone in every strategy. You just put your phone or tablet over that QR code and up pops a video showing you, Will Hamilton, showing you exactly how to use this strategy to beat your opponent. To get the Fuzzy Yellow Ball singles playbook, just use my link in the description, and I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. Now, if you're looking for people in your local area to play against, practice with, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who's going to help you improve your strategy, then use my link for Play Your Court, and it's playyourcourt.com/2minute tennis. And when you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. All links are in the description and pinned in the first comment. Now, when you are playing and you have your opponent up, and they hit short somehow, like maybe they hit an approach shot and the ball tips off the net, or they were back and they hit a drop shot that lands super short like we saw with Dennis, and they move in a little bit. Whenever you find yourself coming forward to get to a ball, and it's like off to the side. Now, if it's in the middle, you can pick either way. But when the ball is off to the side, I want you to hit down the line. You'll be shocked how open the down the line is, because your opponent, your recreational club, amateur tennis player opponent, tends to stand too much in the middle. It's often why when players try the cross court, they end up hitting it right to their opponent, and their opponent hits it into the open court. It's almost like the only way to avoid the opponent by hitting cross court is to actually hit the ball out. So obviously we don't want to do that, so we're going to hit down the line. And the same thing applies over here. If you find yourself on the left side of the court, pass down the line when you are close to the net. You follow these strategies, there is no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Rudy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.